So you went on and you played with Tayo. That's when you and I met, when you went to Tayo Wells. And then you switched over to the
Yakult Swallows.
Yakult Swallows. One of the greatest. One of the greatest
what
fight
happened,
songs of all time.
Right after the last year with Tayo, I hit 310, 303 with 110 RBIs and 36 home runs, and they said I didn't hit in the clutch.
Sugoi.
That was shocking to me, and then that's when I got traded. I got traded to Yakult because they said I didn't hit in the clutch with 110 RBIs. Yeah, but I think there was something going on there because they wanted to get some younger guys over there at the time. I think they signed Ponce and this other left-hand hitter. I can't think of his name right now. But Carlos Ponce came in when I moved over to...
After that, Ponce. So
does that.
So you played with Yakult 80, 86 and 87, right?
That's it.
How was it playing for Yakult?
Actually, I loved playing for Yakult. Number
better
one,
than Yokohama?
We had spring training and Yokohama was really my favorite because it was really great for the family and the kids were in school in Yokohama. Right. You know, and we had more of a Western style, you know, we had a real nice setup there as far as the kids and everything being in school. But actually going over to the Swallows, I kind of went over there with a little bit of a bad attitude in a way because I really liked being in Yokohama.
I see.
But it was okay because, you know, the players were good. I got along well with all the guys.
Who are some of the players you played with?
We had Wakamatsu, Segura, let me see.
Akiyama?
Akiyama, our shortstop. Yeah, Akiyama was our shortstop. Great shortstop. Yeah.
Catcher. What's his name with the glasses?
Oh, yeah. You remember him? He's a big heavyset guy.
Yaigashi.
That's it. Hey, how's Yaigashi? Is he still doing okay?
Yaigashi.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Hey,
but Akiyama was one of my favorites. You know, we got along.
Akiyama-san.
And plus we had spring training in Arizona, so it was
pretty good, huh?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Man, let me ask you a question then. Can you remember your fight song in Yakult? Can you sing your fight song, Yakult, in Jingle? Come on, give it to me.
No, I can't remember. I really can't.
What about Tayo Wells?
Oh, Tayo. I got it on the end of my tongue, but I can't remember it. You remember it, Crow?
My song?
You remember the fight song in Yokohama?
No.
I can't remember it.
No, but you know, some of these fight songs were great, man. And I know
they were. But I love the ones the ones where the fans would always dun 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 hey dun 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 hey dun 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 hey dun 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 dun.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
I know they all remember that there, right?
Yeah, man. I heard it. I heard it for 7 years out there in Center Field, man.
And the Hanshin fans were
after your playing days, you moved on to become what I think is monumental, and a lot of people don't talk about this. But you were the first manager, Hachimete Kantoku, African American manager in Japan.
Yes.
Tell me something about that.
Well, you know, I left Chicago to go to Japan back with Oryx as the batting coach, and Ishige was the manager.
2003.
Yes, and we went through spring training, but apparently the year before they'd had a really bad year. So we were on a trip to Sapporo, and we had played 10 games into the season, and the president of the ball club called me in the room in Sapporo and asked me if I would agree to be the manager. But some of the my teammate, the players kept joking around with me a few days before, and they called me Kantoku, Kantoku, Kantoku. And I thought, what are they talking about? So the president calls me in the room the day before they announced me as a manager. And I had no managerial experience, but the players, actually the ones that voted me in, they said they needed to be a player. So, you know, when I did become the manager, it took, you know, it was a kind of a learning experience on the fly. I mean, we had situations in the game and I'm thinking, why isn't the manager doing this? And I'm going, oh man, I am the manager. You know, it took me a while to get adjusted to it. But, you know, actually we did, you know, I've got guys back in their natural defensive positions. You know, we put guys in better areas to succeed. You know, I had a lot better communication with my players. And even Osan, he complimented me on the way I was running the ball club, because we started playing a lot looser. We start scoring more runs. We start playing a little better defense. And the numbers spoke for themselves. And the owner of the ball club, Miyauchi, had came in my office and told me they were going to renew me for the next year, because a lot of our starting pitchers were hurt. That was the big thing. We had a lot of young pitchers.
Name me some of the players you managed.
I had Takeshi Yamasaki. I had Goto as a rookie, the shortstop. Goto is short. I had Tani, who ended up coming over to the Giants later. He was our center fielder. I had Roosevelt Brown, Jose Ortiz. Let me see, who was our Oshima?
Oh, great.
Second baseman. We had Yutaro. He was our backup. I'm trying to remember names now. But we had a good offensive team. We ended up with a 280-something team batting average. We averaged 5 runs a game, but we had close to a 6-point team earned run average. So one of the reasons, you know, I won the trust of the players, because they knew I was always going to be there to support them. And I was assuming that I was going to at least have my own. I didn't change a lot because I wanted to go to spring training and kind of change the attitude of the team and put guys in. And then we would get some of our starting pitchers back. We had about 4 starting pitchers hurt all year, you know, when I took over the team. So I figured if we could shore up our pitching, and I was going to actually try to get Dave Stewart or some of those guys to come over as my pitching coach, because I wanted to have a more aggressive pitching staff. You know, we had a young pitching staff that was Duffy Rose just ate our guys apart.
Well, we had Tuffy on the show. We just had Tuffy on the show.
Oh, you did?
And we were talking a bit. The guy was an animal with the bat. I mean, he speaks fluent Japanese, but he had a hell of a career here. Hit 3 home runs in a row with the Cubs. Hell of a player. And, you know.
He made a career in Japan. I mean, they loved him over there. I was happy for him. I mean, he did really well.
The next question I want to ask you is this: you know, you since you're experienced in the States and in Japan, give me your Nihon Yaku and American Yaku. What is the difference between Japanese baseball, in your opinion, and American baseball?
Well, I'll tell you, Crow, right up. Our game here in America has changed to the point now that even yourself and us, we're really having that discussion about the change of the game as far as all the analytics and all the scientifics and sabermetrics. It's really taken away from the instincts of the game. One of the complaints we had when we first went to Japan was that they played too much of a mechanical game. They didn't play the instinctive, the reactionary game, you know, like we were taught growing up. So that was an adjustment for us. It was too mechanical. But actually, over the years, I think Japanese baseball has proven that they're superior when it comes to execution of fundamentals. You know, being able to have that team harmony, which is really missing over here because there's so many trades. Everybody now is looking at home runs, and they got away. I can really appreciate the Japanese game now.
More team play.
It's more of a team play, yes. And the fundamental, they can bunt. Nobody in America can bunt anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody can hit and run. You know, it's only home run, strikeout, home run, strikeout.
And there's no wagamama, no selfishness over there in Japan.
Wagamama, that's not denied, man. And and that's the one thing. And the Japanese came over for the World Baseball Classic and won the first two. And I was so happy because it was a wake-up call. Because when me and you're playing in Japan, they're thinking, oh, we doing well because it's an inferior game.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I remember in 1990, I went over to Japan with the Major League All-Star Tour. We had Barry Bonds, Randy Johnson, Griffey Jr., Griffey Sr., and we lost the first 4 games. And those guys said, man, you didn't tell us they were that good. I said, because you guys already assumed they weren't.
Right. Perfect. Perfect.
You know? And so the world, the difference now, to answer your question, is the world's getting, Japan and Korea, America can't claim themselves as being the most superior now because they're going away from the natural fundamentals of the game. The game has never changed.
Right.
And the Japanese baseball, they know how to play it.
Yes,
that's what I appreciate. I told Jerry Manuel, I said, Jerry, if you ever want to manage, you should go manage in Japan. You'll appreciate it because you're more of a fundamental, mechanical guy. I said, if you put a bunt on, guarantee it's down. You know?
You got to mess around some of these tired American pitchers over here can't bunt and all. I'll be seeing the Japanese players laughing at because they can't bunt.
They can't bunt. Which is a big part of the game.
A couple of questions I'm going to ask you before you get out of here. One, what is your favorite food in Japan?
Oh, man, it's any kind of shrimp. And
shrimp? Abe?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, no, not
Ebi. You like ebi?
Ebi, any kind of way.
Shrimp.
Dochidemo, ichidemo. Ebi, and it's what, fried and any of a lot of the teriyakis or sushi, sashimi. The social aspect of eating in Japan is so far superior because when you go out, it doesn't matter. You have the decor, the way it's fixed. I miss it. I wish I could have it.
What about natto? You like natto?
No, zenzen dame. Natto, uni, no thank you.
No thank you. Kirai, no thank you. So, and listen, one last question, and we'll let you go here. Give your fans a comment. I need a comment from you for the Japanese fans, but people haven't seen you in a while, even from your days with the Braves, the Buffaloes, and Oryx, and Yokohama, the Yakuto. Give you a little comment.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm in touch. I do a lot of Facebook with still with a lot of the Japanese fans. I try to stay in touch as much as I can and keep up what's going on because the fans in Japan were the best. The 10 years that I played there was probably the 10 most enjoyable years ever in baseball because they really appreciate the game. You know, they never boo you. And the thing that I would just like to say is just take pride in the game over there. I miss it like crazy. I wish I could get back over there sometime for some reason. Wish I was over there sitting down with you right now.
Well, you'll be back over here. Hopefully you come down, we do the show. But in the meantime, I want you to go like this. Can you go like this for me?
Like that?
Put your face inside the camera. A little lower, your bottom hand, a little lower on your chin.
Like that.
And I want you to say, Cromartie Channel.
All right, Cromartie Channel.
Yeah.
You got it? That's your signature, right?
Hey, thank you so much, my
man. All right, thank you, man. I love you.
Tell your brother that I'm going to be contacting because he helped me out a lot. He's really the first one that gave me the scoop about Japan, and I can't wait to talk to him if I don't start tearing up first when I see him. But thank you so much. Say hello to Pam for me, and I can't wait to see you when you come back.
Always my pleasure. Loved all the guys over there, too.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, take care, Carl. Take care.
I'll see you next time here on Cromartie Channel.